What have you done now, Fiona?
I'm really proud of you, Graham.
Well, that's the broken window, isn't it? It was all gaffer taped up.
Well, one of the squatters broke it, didn't they? Smashed it. It was perfectly all right when we bought the boat. Well done, Graham. Graham has been hitting this thing and crowbarring, and I've been hitting it from the inside, I reckon, for 2 hours. And we finally got it out, and I reckon between the two portholes we can make one decent porthole. Oh, and my bloody wooden bowl turned up for a new sink.
That's a bit useless, isn't it?
So, I mean, it said it was 8 centimetres deep. What they didn't mention was that it's that knobble, the highest point, you know. Anyway, I've ordered another bowl, another wooden bowl, which is copper coated on the outside, like not the sort you have to polish all the time. And it's bigger, and it's got like it kind of goes in a little at the top. I think that's going to be perfect, and the tap's going to look nice. And there's a lot of light now in that shower because we had to put tape over it because of the squatters. See, just broke the window. Look at that. So we've been living with that for 16 years now. We've had this boat, been living with that because of a certain person I shan't name, who still apparently is breathing and living and working in Marina Bay. Anyway, least said soonest mended, I suppose. Letting squatters live on our boat. Good God. But it's going to be nice, it'll be worth it in the end. You know, we'll have had this boat 20 years before you know it, Graham, and we'll go, oh my God, we finally finished it.
I'll tell you what, the frame looks all right on that one.
It is, actually, and I have...
one of the hinges is broken.
I'm gonna take this window off. I'm going to take all this old sealant stuff out, take the glass out, get a new piece of glass fitted.
Yeah, the glass is the least of our worries.
And then the window from the other one that broke in half is actually all right. It's got all its
You reckon these are €500 each?
550 actually.
And how many are there on the boat?
14.
So we just got to make them mend as many as we can.
Actually, I have inspected the others this morning quite closely, and they are all intact. What they require is I take off each glass, each window, and then I'll clean the flange bit here and I'll paint that, and I'm going to paint it with resin on a roller so that it's entombed. They're just entombed because, and I had no idea aluminium was as strong as this. I mean, we have been fighting these two portholes all day. Thank God in the end the dolphin trip was cancelled. Thank God for that.
Yeah, but look how many screws there are in the flange all the way around.
No, for God's
And
sake.
the screws are made of stainless steel, which means you've got dissimilar metal corrosion in every single countersunk hole.
There's a screw stuck in that one and that one. Look.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the state of that.
No, well, I'm sure it was really prestigious and impressive in the 1960s.
It wasn't bad when we bought the boat. Don't get me started on that. I'm sorry, the man's an absolute blunt. I forgave him on the 19th of January 2023, exactly 10 years after his biggest fuck up, which nearly killed the entire family. But I'm okay. I'm cool with it now. He's the only person on planet Earth I've actually thought about strangling with my own bare hands or bashing him over the head with a piece of 2x4. And it's not his fault because I know he's challenged. He's not officially registered disabled. He's a moron. He's a moron. He's an absolute moron. In fact, everybody remember my story
about... Coke-snorting moron at that.
Everyone remember my story about bank charges when I was living in Brighton. That was down to him. I gave him a cheque. I said, there won't be enough money in the bank until Thursday. Please don't cash it. And I get home, and apparently he'd used a special method here in Gibraltar. I don't know how the hell he did it, but when I finally went to the bank manager and said, why don't I have any money in the bank? He said, you've written a cheque to someone in Gibraltar. And I said, yeah, but my cheque guarantee card's only £50. How can a £600 cheque clear? And he said, he's used a special method, and because Gibraltar's an overseas territory, it's a little trick. And so I suffered, I think I got about £1,500 bank charges. That's just one thing. And this is not a narcissistic psychopath, but he was one of their flying monkeys. And I know there's people who work at Marina Bay who subscribe here. There's a particular person who's absolutely brilliant. And I'm sorry, I won't name him. Keep him away from me. when I'm in Marina, keep him away. I haven't seen him in a couple of years, so I know he still works there, but they do keep him away from me. He is what I call my wrinkle.